The U.S. drug overdose crisis continues, driven by the coronavirus pandemic and the powerful opioid fentanyl.
NBC6's Jay Secure has more on the latest efforts for intervention. It's tonight's top story.
Fentanyl, a deadly synthetic opioid, is the leading cause of death for Americans between ages 18 and 45, according to the CDC. Shreveport police say they are seeing an increase of fentanyl on the streets, but they do not have the capability to track the exact amount.
Patients that are using illicit drugs that don't know that those drugs contain fentanyl versus patients that have been introduced at some point to fentanyl and use it because it's more readily available nowadays.
During his State of the Union address, President Joe Biden announced support of new efforts to assist state and local law enforcement in going after drug traffickers in this new war on drugs.
There's so much we can do. Increase funding for prevention, treatment, harm reduction, and recovery. Stop the flow of illicit drugs by working with state and local law enforcement to go after the traffickers.
Republican leaders continue to urge the president to label fentanyl and fentanyl-related drugs a permanent Schedule I substance, giving fentanyl a higher illegal status under the Controlled Substances Act, insisting the surge in fentanyl is due to drug cartels and their use of the open southern border.
The amount that we have just confiscated at the border is enough to kill every man, woman, and child in America 8 times over. This is a crisis of immeasurable proportions, and there's no stopping it. We've had millions of people come in across the border in the last calendar year, and we simply must reverse that policy.
In 2019, the state of Louisiana ranked number 18 for the most deaths from fentanyl.
It's cheap, so they can achieve the high that they chase and the that I feel good feeling with lower doses of that particular drug.
Jay Shakur, NBC6 News.